Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Alan Wake. We made our way to the top? Maybe not, but we've gotten higher up in the silver mine. We need to leave, because we're trying to get to our second meeting point because our kidnapper flaked on the first one. We sat on our ass for hours in a room, and then he's like, oh, actually it's somewhere different. Also, what's taking you so long? I had all the time in the world, dude. I love that I don't kick it down, I just shatter it with a casual kick from my left foot. What a badass. Also, that was a checkpoint. I walked 5 feet. I love how sometimes it seems like I should get a checkpoint in the middle of this difficult battle I'm fighting, but then it's just rapid fire checkpoints. I'm not sure if I need to go up or down right now. It says there's a lookout, so I'm assuming up. And there are resources here, so I'll take them. But we are getting way up there. Maybe I do need to go back down. I saw that lift. Oh, there's just no going in here? Alright. Because look, there's that thing I probably have to ride. Oh boy, guess we're going down. I'll take the safe way. That was my payoff for getting all the way up here. 3 flares. Alright. Back down we go. Oh cool, I can see the town from here. Ah, damn it. I was really hoping the birds wouldn't be back. They're just annoying. Oh. Yeah, great, thanks. Ah, crap, that's my bad. Ah, we're good. We're good. I even got that checkpoint. That wasn't so bad. A mild inconvenience.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Oh, did I actually max my flares? Yeah, I have 20 flares. Maybe I should start using them? It actually would have been really nice for the birds. I could do my thing with a bright flare. Flare gun is very nice, but I don't think I need that for a case like this. Also, this is very slow, so yep, something's gonna happen. Are we just... alright. Are we actually moving forward? I wasn't even noticing. We are moving. Jeez, I'm 2 for 2 with these cars now, but I actually did make it to the end. How did these guys find me? I guess the darkness. Is knocking down a lot of trees. God damn. That really got me.
Shit.
That was a clever little trick. Who expected that? And no, people have already played this game. No cheating. Checkpoint. But yeah, like I was saying, why doesn't the darkness just work for the town? As a lumberjack, it's really good at its job. It just brings these trees down like it's nothing. Hunting rifle I already have, so refilling my ammo if I need it. Well, my ammo wasn't full in the first place, so I guess we're good with what we have. Let me guess, more fighting before I can meet this, yep, kidnapper. Of course. Of course. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright. Let's take a breather. Oh, whoops. I mean, I won't complain. Not terrible. Annoying, but not terrible. All I had to do was realize there were 3 guys. You really look like one guy. Are you for real right now? Well, here's a light anyway. See it, buddy. Did it. Checkpoint reached. Annoying. Cauldron Lake. The 8th deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake, formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970, and even then the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folktales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Yeah, I'm sure it's just neato. I do like, though, that checkpoints can dispel enemies. Oh good, a long bridge. Well, I'm guaranteed safety here. It's a long, rickety bridge. What? Who would have guessed this could happen? Why am I looking over there? And why am I walking? I can't run. Alright. Are we gonna Indiana Jones it? Okay. Excuse me, sir. Can I not get by this asshole? That's fine. Alright. That just clocks me. I'm probably gonna die here just because I'm running to see what happens. Nah, they're actually chasing me. I'll fight them. These big guys are always so irritating. Cool, thank you, video games. Oh, that's great. I like the charge attack. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. Maybe I'll just flare gun or flashbang or something. This is annoying. Hey look, it's this thing. Very irritating. It's fine. Alright. I don't even know if I killed the other 2 guys. I'm just kind of assuming I did. Alright, I think we're good. Come to think of it, I probably should have used a hunting rifle on the big guy. Fewer bullets. Still left, huh? I guess it's leading me to some supply crate. Alright. Flare gun and ammo, that's very useful. Cool. All I have to do is go that way. I guess we're going down. And it has been a while since I've picked up a manuscript page.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
All sorts of stuff's going on. Well, I crossed the bridge. I guess that was a mild convenience bridge. Oh, okay. Take that. Oh, hello. Did I finally make it? Well, it does say cross the mountain ruins, so let's see. That door's been bricked up. Well, shucks. I wonder if I opened a shortcut exit for myself or something. Because I don't know if I could do anything from this side. Or can I? I love it. Shattering doors. Oh, CW and TZ. You talk to me on TV. Tom. Tom? I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Tom, 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 Tom. I curse you, Thomas Zane. Oh boy. You know what? We're fine. Everything's fine. I don't know how comfortable I am with this place. Checkpoint. Shotgun ammo that I don't need, but if I ever get a shotgun, that'll be good stuff. Revolver ammo I certainly need. And now I'm maxed. Flares, which I've actually been using a little more liberally. Going up. You've got to be kidding. No. We are not. That is just a no-go. Yeah, I refuse. I still hear the music. Okay. Nope. See you guys. Oh my god, that's satisfying. Oh, I think that was it. I think I did it. That was excellent. Flare gun and flashbang, man, they are the way to go. Now let's try this again. I wonder if I had hopped across this area the first time, if I could have avoided that. That'd have been kind of funny. So do I just... Yep, I drop. Yep, I did it. And I don't care about the thermos. Reach the Mirror Peak Lookout. Yeah, been looking into that.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Oh, I can't wait. That's what I want to deal with right now, is a boat on a lake in the middle of the night.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
I thought I saw a prompt.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
There's an interesting take. I mean, I know we didn't like the guy, but I didn't know how much of a role he would have in this story.
I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? To get him writing for us.
That's different.
Please, oh, I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me.
Oh boy. Jeez. Whoa. And we're dead because surface tension exists. I think we might be done with the chapter then. I'm assuming the guy who reached out is Dr. Hartman then. We're in his clinic. Have been for quite a while. But there we go. That is chapter 3. We did it. I actually am surprised to call them episodes and not chapters.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
The truth. It sounds like it'd be the final chapter, but...
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
her form melted away and it was Hartman. Yep.
Hartman? I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Oh my god, this is frustrating. So that itself was a dream? Maybe, unless this game is the dream. Again, it's called Wake. The game is called Alan Wake.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
And once
There
again,
were
we have no
only empty sheets of
inventory.
paper here. No manuscript pages.
Could we be in his clinic? Everything's wood. This doesn't feel like a hospital
The door
kind of...
was locked.
Okay.
I was a prisoner here.
Oh.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Alright, now I'm going to follow him, obviously. But the thing that concerns me is the kidnapper saying that we don't have your wife. Who's we? Was he working with a dark presence and then the dark presence was done with him? Because he seemed to be operating alone. Creator's Dilemma. Boy. The engaging new book by Emil Hartman, PhD, the author of the best-selling Creative Flow. His groundbreaking techniques, engagement therapy, and the flow, explained in his own words. There's a placard for me?
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
I can just go in here? I can't make anything out of the drawing. So like a board game? Oh, I think I know what that is. What is that called? Labyrinth or something? Where you twist the knobs to tilt the board in such a way that you get the ball across the path, like the marble, but don't fall in the holes. Those things are tough. Oh, Night Springs. The video game? By Remedy? That's a little on the nose. I wonder, though, is that just a little cute joke by Remedy, or was this the working title of Alan Wake? Was this going to be actually called Night Springs, the video game? Death Rally. What the hell is this doing here? Like, in the clinic. Night Springs on the Xbox 360. A little on the nose. With an actual Xbox 360 and a rabbit ears knob TV. I can't wait to play. I mean, to be fair, the Xbox 360 did come out when HD TVs were brand new, so a lot of the games were still kind of expected to be played on CRTs, but one of these, though? I remember hearing, like, Dead Rising, for example. That game was made with HD in mind before a lot of people had made the transition, so people couldn't read the words on the screen.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
There's no way I can go in these rooms. Again, really? But okay. Oh, artist, literally. Blank canvases, and otherwise nothing to see here. Kinda cool, blanket, though. That guy. No Anderson for me. Got the giant bear. Huh, that's a little weird. Okay, let's follow Dr. Hartman, I guess. Big elevator.
Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
What's getting me is that this chapter is called The Truth, but I don't believe this is the last chapter of the game. So where do you go from here? Unless this guy just gets killed or something.
You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Where's Stucky? Let me meet Stucky and Rose. Oh, Rose is probably still alive. Where's Stucky? Checkpoint reached. That's nice. I don't have to worry about going through that whole thing again if something bad happens. I saw a thermos way up there, too. I'm surprised he doesn't have his gorilla with him. That guy just left me alone with Hartman. Also, in Tenebras Cadere, beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. TZ. In the memory of a dear friend and poet. What does that say? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay. There's no 8 or 7? And there's more words up here, but I'm passing them.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Oh boy, here we go.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with.
Really getting dark.
After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me.
Good thing I
Once
turned
you
on
accept
subs.
that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Like, that would have been impossible to listen to.
Come along. Let's go inside.
Well, we're inside. Oh, hey, here's the guy.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
Oh boy.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
I love the irony of that
kidding.
statement. Video games, such trash.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and/or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Yeah, I did forget in Emerson's room that was the 360 stuff. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. And yet, I get the feeling if I say I want out, it's not going to be allowed. Engagement therapy, TM, and its sister method, the flow, TM, work best when you're actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Well, you know what? This Hartman sounds alright.
My room
patches
Really?
is killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Oh, they did mention it in the coffee shop. Like, oh yeah, we gotta pick these guys up.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
I love these like old-timey thing. Video games are waste of time. Rock and roll, ooh.
Short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish
I
out
bet you
our
that's Tor.
secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
I like that actually says...
No.
We have a stash of the special
Yeah,
stuff
that
at
actually
the
says Night
farm.
Springs, the board
Our
game.
own formula, local ingredients, medicine, clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Alright, so, I mean, my room's back there. I'm gonna get there in a moment, but what I was going to say... Baba Yaga. What I was going to say is... The kidnapper gave me a kick in the pants to write my manuscript. And I'm not really doing a good job of it, and I'm actively fighting the kidnapper. So the darkness comes in. You know what? We're done with the kidnapper. Now I'm in the clinic. You know, Mr. Wake, it would be really good for you therapeutically if you could write that manuscript. Like, I suspect this whole thing is the darkness. But then again, I have been a victim to video games, like, pushing their narrative on me, and I assume that when they establish a set of rules, they're telling the truth. So I have fallen prey to twists in games like this, or like Danganronpa or something, where it's like, oh, but you actually thought this, but that's just because we gave you that hint early on, something like that. So I've ended up going into supernatural-ish games where I'm like, okay, so we gotta deal with a monster here, and then by the time the game ends, they're like, you believe in monsters? Really? That's not what was happening. I'm like, oh. Anyway, let's finish this with the page.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Yeah, so I really am wondering if this whole game is the dream. We're called Wake. It's a little on the nose. And I actually kind of think it would be amusing, even if it would be corny as hell, if the game ends with us waking up. My god, I have the greatest idea for a book! And I'll furiously start writing. That's how the game ends. That'd be great. But for now, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We completed episode 3, and we finally caught up to the kidnapper. We still don't have Alice, but we did learn a few things. First, the kidnapper never had Alice. Said she probably drowned in the first place, which is distressing, but that also explains why he was such a flake. If we had met him, he wouldn't have had anyone to show, and it would also explain why Alice's voice over the phone was clearly distorted in some way. Probably the darkness messing with us. Speaking of which, the kidnapper spoke of we when he talked about having Alice, but this guy always seemed to work alone. So it looks like the darkness is manipulating him, or somehow bargained with him, or what, but in any case, I think it's done with the kidnapper. The only thing that throws me is that in the manuscript it says something about, I thought it was the kidnapper, begging Alan to let him in somewhere before the darkness closed up on him and swallowed him. But that didn't happen. We were out in the open. So either the manuscript is a bit different, or it was referring to someone other than the kidnapper. I guess we'll have to find out. In any case, it turns out that it's all in our heads. We've been working with false memories the entire time, except maybe not, because a storm's a brewing, and I get the feeling the darkness is going to make a quick comeback, because we are not done with this game yet. Until next time, everyone,